These are some of the most beautiful trees in the neighborhood. Some of my favorite trees for sure. Ooh, this one's huge. And the color's real good on them right now. We're in the Columbia City neighborhood in South Seattle. And I am getting coffee this morning and taking you with me. And I hope that's okay. This one here is actually my favorite of the bunch. It's the biggest tree. It's lost a lot of its leaves, so picking the leaves. This is an ASMR video, y'all. Giving you more variety as we go. Yeah, so getting coffee. And I'm gonna get coffee and I'm gonna show you the neighborhood today. After I get some coffee. Of course, gotta get some coffee and then see what happens. But yes, going to show you the neighborhood. And I know I did a walking tour of this neighborhood in the past. That one was not narrated. That one was many months ago by now. I didn't narrate that one. I didn't feel like talking. You know how sometimes you just don't feel like talking. Yeah, a lot of really funky stuff was happening on my YouTube channel at the time. People were leaving mean, nasty messages, racist ones too. Racist messages, those ones I deleted. You know, some of them are still up there. I didn't have time to go through all of them, but yeah, I don't know why people feel like they have to leave nasty comments. But people do. People judge. People are animals. All right, almost to the coffee shop, and hopefully they're open. This is pretty early. They should be open, being that they're coffee shop should be open early. But this particular coffee shop, I'm not sure. Let's go and find out. It's just straight ahead here. That's what the neighborhood looks like. This is the residential parts. And one block to my left there, and I'm going to take us there afterwards. That's where the downtown part of this neighborhood is. Oh, what's up, crows? Lots of crows. Oh. We're almost there. I am using a DJI Osmo Pocket, by the way, just in case you were wondering what I'm vlogging with. I use different cameras. This is what I'm using right now. And I am here. And I'll put on my mask. I'm gonna get coffee from here. Been here before. Coffeeholic Coffee House. Vietnamese coffee. This thing doesn't do the best job of face tracking. It tries to do a good job, but then see, sometimes it does that. So you'll have to pardon the camera, or pardon me. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside, get some coffee, and then we're gonna give you a tour of my neighborhood of historic Columbia City. All right, thanks. All right. Confession. This is the wrong drink. I mean, it's the right drink, but I wanted a hot drink, and I guess I failed to specify. It's all good. I thought the default would be hot, but hey, you know, it's good to try different things. Ooh, it's good and it's sweet. This is a Bak Siu Vietnamese coffee. This is my second time having it. It is like a latte. They put condensed milk in here, and then also I think coconut juice or coconut cream, something like that. Anyway, usually I don't drink sweet coffee, but I am today changing things up a little bit. And I'm also lactose intolerant, so this is gonna kick my ass. It's all good. All right, let's go take a tour of Columbia City. The camera is not gonna be facing me much of the time, okay? So just wanted to put that out there. It's Rainier Avenue, the main drag that runs from Renton all the way to close to downtown Seattle. It goes all the way to Little Saigon and ends at Jackson. All right, here we are, Columbia City, south looking north. Lots of really cool shops here. Let me push this here with my elbow. Yeah, lots of really cool shops here, restaurants, coffee shops, bars, breweries even. There's at least one brewery, and that's that way over there. I don't know if you want to go that far. Shoot, what the heck? Let's go ahead and go. All right, let me show you real quick. We'll start there. Columbia City has changed a lot. It's gentrified now. A lot of people don't appreciate hearing that word, but it is what it is, right? It's gentrified. In the 80s, I don't think I'd be doing this in the 80s or 90s for sure. In the 90s, I definitely would not be walking around with a camera like this. Maybe at this time of day I would, early morning, but not late at night. I mean, it's just something that you wouldn't do. But times have changed. Things are different. Along with change comes the good and the bad. Here's a Thai restaurant. Many of these businesses are impacted by the situation, of course. And so Columbia City sort of ends right here. Rainier and 39th Avenue. Straight ahead there's 39th Avenue, and then it turns into Hillman City, which is also a historic neighborhood. It's a little smaller. So there's a brewery right there, Flying Lion, I believe is the name. There's a Full Tilt ice cream. There's a saloon next to that. It looks like there's also like an Ethiopian grocery store. I mean, there's a mix. There's a mix of things here. And it looks like they have outdoor seating there now. So that's kind of cool. So going this way here, you'll see what I mean by changes. I mean, there's a lot of buildings, a lot of developments that have been put up by developers, and the rents on these things, I mean, nothing's cheap anymore. But Columbia City used to be way more affordable back in the day. There's an old school grocery store there. That's been around for a long time and hasn't changed. This is the Royal Room. It's a bar and they play live music and stuff there. So yeah, real quiet in the morning. I like taking my walks in the morning, unless I'm trying to contend with other humans. Sometimes I just want to go on these walks. Tutabella, this is an awesome pizzeria here. Tutabella Pizzeria, really good place. And they sell coffee here too. Good coffee too, actually. And next door to it is the Bourbon Bar, which is a bar inside this old school theater here, Columbia City Theater. And I believe they are closed right now. Yeah, so due to the situation, this place here, I read online that it was gonna close, but maybe it's still open, and they've managed to stay afloat. I'm not sure. Boy, this little building here. Now I'm not gonna tell you about every little business or building, because that would take up too much time. You got things to do, so I don't want to hog up too much of your time. But this is a parlor, or a tattoo parlor. What's the name? Electric Cobra Tattoo Parlor. And this used to be like a men's consignment shop up until maybe a year or so ago, and then it had been vacant for a while. This is a great cafe and bar here. Really good juices there. They make good juice there. Giving you things kind of raw here. Doing a walk and talk. I'm not showing too much of my face right now. I'll show it to you again a little bit later if you want to see it. Pagliacci Pizza. I like their pizza. Actually, one of my favorite pizzas in the city. All these businesses are doing like a Halloween themed decorations. So this is Lottie's Lounge here. This is like the neighborhood. This is like the neighborhood bar, I would say. It's been around a long time. This is like the neighborhood Cheers here. Anyone remember Cheers? The TV show? That's what that is to me anyway. You come here and have a beer, hang out, talk to your neighbors, or meet people, make friends, talk to the Amazon workers that have moved into the neighborhood. This here is kind of new. Sign there says what? Neighborhood Greenway to Mountains to Salon Trail. That takes you to the trail there. So this is new here. They're calling this the Columbia City Patio, and it's kind of like a beer garden, except I think it's family friendly. Like you can buy food and come in here and hang out, eat your food, drink your alcohol, and that opened up. I mean, they created this just due to the situation. They wanted to create more seating capacity for customers and things like that. This is a cool salon. I like the vibe of this place. Look at that. Wow. So there's also a lot of salons in the neighborhood. It's quite a small downtown core. I mean, it's just really just a few blocks, but they've got a lot of stuff here for a smaller area. There's a lot of stuff, I think. So just sort of showing you the neighborhood. There's Rookie Sports Bar. That's where I go to watch games and throw down a few every now and then. There's a vet. Ooh, what happened there? There's a vet shop, a vet clinic rather. Next door to that. All right. I'm gonna keep walking this down. We're gonna take a right here and go north on Rainy Avenue. Don't get bored, okay? You can fast forward or backwards if you get bored, but don't get bored. I definitely hope I'm not boring you. Here's an old school fountain and Geraldine's Counter. Awesome place for all-American breakfast, that sort of thing. Some of the best French toast anywhere, in my opinion. Really good place in the Ferdinand Building. So across the street there, 12 o'clock, that's Bike Works, that little yellow building there, and that's where I'm going to end my tour. I'll wrap around. I think that's where I'll end my tour. But one thing I really wanted to show you was this pho restaurant. This pho restaurant that is going to be torn down soon. El Sombrero is a great Mexican restaurant. This restaurant, oh, their carne asada, woo, woo. I love food. Can you tell? This is the gallery in Columbia City. Columbia City Gallery. That's what it looks like. And this used to be a gym here, but I think something else is going inside. Columbia City Bakery, that's a local favorite there. Really good bakery there. Next door to it is Island Soul. Island Soul is like what do you call it? Caribbean restaurant with an awesome happy hour. Like one of the best happy hours around. Amazing happy hour. There's a meat shop, consignment shop. I mean, La Medusa, that's an amazing Italian restaurant. One of the best in town. Eileen Fisher. Some of you might know what why is that boarded up? Somebody tried to break in? Wow. It had been boarded up months ago, and then boards came down. Maybe quite recently the boards started coming down. And I don't know why that's still there, but Eileen Fisher is, how do I say this? It's like it's a woman's clothing store, but they use recycled materials for their clothing. Is that? Don't quote me. Someone sort of told me that. I don't wear women's clothing, so and I've never gone inside either. But what I know is that there's like 3 stores in the entire US, and those other stores at other 2 locations are San Francisco and New York. So because they came to Seattle and to this neighborhood too, it's sort of a big thing. It's like, oh, you know, why would a big name come to Seattle, let alone Columbia City? And so it's kind of a big deal in that regard. So going away from the downtown core here, and there's another coffee shop there. There's many coffee shops here. Ooh, are they selling that house? Oh, that is a real estate company there. But I just saw a sign. I'm gonna go look at that sign. I'm just curious to know how much that might go for. And is it this house here that, if it is, somebody's gonna buy that and then turn it into one of those or one of these buildings. Let's see what the advertisement is for. Oh, it is one. Oh, it's for one of these units. Oh, okay. It's for one of these units, and they want $825,000 for it. Wow. Okay. So what you get is, what do you get? 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, or 2.2 baths, 19 plus 100 square feet, built in 2007. Wow. So it's unit, I think it said unit B, so it's one of these. And these are mixed use properties, so you can have a coffee shop downstairs, live above, you have a rooftop deck. I mean, I hate to say this, but that actually sounds like a good deal. Considering I'm seeing townhouses that are like and residential townhouses too. So like you can't run a business out of them. I see them going for like 7 plus for 1,500 square feet. This one is more square footage, close to the light rail station's just like a few blocks straight ahead, and you have all of this right here. I've seen ones in worse locations for about the same price, or maybe a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. Just, it all depends. But wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I get coffee there all the time, and I actually was going to get coffee there today, but I decided against it at the last minute. And speaking of coffee, we're at another coffee place. This is Olympia Coffee. it's funny because I actually started doing a little bit of a what do you call it, side project where I was documenting the many different coffee shops that I would go to and just show what they look like and what I think about their coffee and the prices too. But then I was like, got too many things going on, and is this something that would even interest anyone, you know? So yeah, it's one of those things. I think the idea was good, but once I started executing it, I was like, this is corny. I don't think anyone's going to pay attention to this, and I don't think it's going to be of value to anyone. I don't want to do anything that's not going to be of value to anyone. Sometimes I do things for myself, like I document a lot for myself so I can look back, and then I share it too, like I'm going to be doing with this video, of course. But I don't know, that one just didn't work out. The Arc Lodge Theater here, I think this is for sale. I read that this is for sale, which is really sad for the community. It's very much a part of Columbia City. It has been for many decades, and then the owner just couldn't afford to operate it anymore. So I read online that it was for sale, and it is. There's a sign right there. Huh. Yeah. Wow. So we'll see what happens with that. I think the community was trying to figure out a way to keep that in operation, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna become of that, but it's a little sad, I think. To a lot sad. How's that? The Angeline Building, man, this building, when it came into the neighborhood about, has it been 10 years? Less than that, maybe 5. Highly controversial because it's a great big building that just dwarfs everything, just makes everything look super tiny. And not only that, it just really people felt like it took away from the neighborhood, the look and feel, like the architecture doesn't really match. And of course, gentrification, the rents were like through the roof. I mean, across the street you have that old building there that, I mean, it's still standing, but you know what I mean. And then here you have the shiny new building, and it is not cheap to live there. I mean, it is expensive to live there. You can pay more than $3,000 for an apartment, I believe. I think they start at like, I don't know, $1,600 or $1,800 for a 1-bedroom or studio, and they also have like low income programs to help subsidize your rent, I think. Anyway, it's been a long time since I read up on the information to that building. But it's unfortunate because it's really loud here. Hopefully you can hear me. There's a guy with the blower doing his thing, and then there's a lot of cars going by. But this is a pho restaurant. This is Pho Bo. There's a sign right there. And if you know me by now, you know I like to eat pho a lot. And they are, after having been around for many years, they're closing, and that's because a developer bought it, and they're going to build, I think it's 71 units. Man, they spray painted this over. They spray painted over this real good. I think they're gonna build like 71 luxury apartments here, and so that's what you're seeing happening here. Is they're gonna replace that with something like that, but it might even be nicer because it's gonna be luxury apartments. All right. Don't get bored. And hopefully the audio's been okay. Sometimes I record for like 30 minutes and be like, damn, this whole episode's gonna get deleted because the audio's like crap, you know. But this is it. I mean, as you can see, this is prime real estate. Look at all this. Look at all this land. That's a huge lot. Okay, we're gonna keep going this way. So across the street there is that's a Columbia City Library. That's an old building. And I actually used to work at that library as a kid. I used to work there as a kid. Lived in this neighborhood for decades. So, yeah. And man, this is a huge project. Look at that. This used to be the post office and a whole bunch of other things. And yeah, they're gonna put up a great big complex here that's gonna house many different businesses. Oh, like gas. Whew. Okay. All right. Let's look at my face real quick, just to let you know I'm still here. I'm still here, y'all. And I mean, it's really gonna change the neighborhood even more once this is done. But look at how massive that is. Not my face, but not my face, but you know, the development. All right, we're gonna cross the street here once it's safe. And yeah, once it's safe, we're gonna cross the street. There's a playfield there, Genesee playfield. It's time to walk. All right. It's a funeral home there. And this is the sign welcoming you to Columbia City. And if we go this way, that will take you to the front of the library, but I'll take us this way. Here, let's walk through the park. This is Columbia Park. Okay, it'll be a little bit quieter here, and we can just go for a nice walk through the park here. And if I could speak to you in a Bob Ross voice, I would. But I don't have that therapeutic voice. I think that would match these narrated walks really well. Those houses get really busy during the farmers market, which it's over now. Farmers market runs, I think, April through maybe May. Anyway, through October, mid-October. So, and it happens right there on that street and school. And then people would, of course, you know, hang out with their kids. Families will be out here and enjoy their meal and just time together at the park. But the farmers market didn't look like that this year. It took on a new face due to the, yes, you guessed it, the situation. I mean, we still had a farmers market, but it wasn't like last year and years before, for sure. That's the Columbia City PCC. It's a co-op, you know, like a community market, and gonna take us out that way. We can go through here, and it's a good place for organic food and that sort of thing. They have some organic food there. It's a co-op, kind of like a Whole Foods, or well, here we have Whole Foods, which, by the way, currently is owned by Amazon owner. How you doing? Good, good. Take it easy. All right, we'll go this way here. Yeah, Jeff Bezos, Amazon bought Whole Foods. So yeah, this is not equivalent to, but it's kind of like a Whole Foods, smaller. And what's the other one? Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is similar to Trader Joe's. Woo! Oh man, that smell. Woo! That truck. Alright, this is a Bank of America, and we're gonna cross the road and show you Wonder Woman. There's a pair of legs to the left, and there's a pair of legs to the right. Those ones are pink, but it's Wonder Woman, half of Wonder Woman, minus arms. And yeah, she's been here for a long time. Look at this model cars. Alright, we're gonna go back out to Rainier Avenue again and walk southbound. I'll show you this side of downtown Columbia City, then wrap it up soon. This is a nail salon here, and they're open. Not right now, but they are in operation. See people going there. This is an awesome Italian restaurant. Really good food here. Really good food. And looks like this is maybe for rent. Huh. This is a great place to get your meat here. Your meats. Bob's Quality Meat since 1909. They are open. Currently closed because it's early, but they are open. Here you have the Columbia City Bakery next door to Gather, which is a consignment shop, women's consignment shop, women's clothing. And Columbia City Bakery is next door to Island Soul, which, as I said, from the other side of the street has amazing food as well as an amazing happy hour. They have really good food there, and they put this outside now so that you can hang outside and eat and drink and be merry. All right, let's swing right here. If you're still watching, thank you for doing so. It has been my pleasure being your tour guide today. It's really early, but yes, it's been my pleasure. Charles Lamb Memorial Hall, next to the Rainier Valley Historical Society. A lot of history here since 1891. And last thing I wanted to show you What's this here? Bike Works Bike Shop. This place is awesome. They do a lot of good things in the community. I think it's a non-profit. They people donate bicycles to them and they fix them up and sell them, and I think they teach classes too on how to repair bikes. You can buy bikes from them. They have a warehouse that's behind here. Actually, it's the next block over. So while this looks like a small building, because it is, there's a huge warehouse a block behind this building. This is a great place to buy a bicycle or get your bicycle repaired at. It's for a good cause. Yeah, they really do amazing work in the community, help kids, that sort of thing. So, all right, well, that's where I got coffee, is right there. We're back to this beautiful tree-lined street here where we started our walk. Just wanted to show you what my morning walks look like sometimes, when just wanted to do this for the sound effect. You know, sometimes when I don't want to go too far from home, I'll just walk in my own neighborhood. And this is what my neighborhood looks like, you guys. Columbia City Light Rail Station is just right there, 2 blocks from here. And that's one thing that makes Columbia City really convenient, I think, is that it's close to the light rail. So you can catch the light rail to downtown or the airport, anything in between, and then it's going to actually expand south, north, east, all the way to Bellevue East, as well as to, I think they're going to also expand west at some point. I think it's just nice to be able to take the light rail sometimes, because sometimes you just don't want to drive and traffic is just too crazy, getting crazier by the day. Anyway, thank you for walking with me, and this is, you know, just a very casual walk and vlog. Just wanted to acquaint you with my neighborhood and sort of redeem myself, in a sense that you know, my original vlog about my neighborhood many months ago, I didn't narrate that vlog. It was just like a walkthrough, and I held the camera real steady and show you what my neighborhood looked like. But this time around, I actually wanted to provide more details about my neighborhood. I'm gonna go home, do some work. Thanks for walking with me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.